For eons, we've battled in silence, hidden in shadows. Our war is not theirs to witness. But now, it has spilled into your world.
I am more than metal, more than circuits, more than armor. I am a protector, a warrior, a survivor, but for hope, for unity, for the bond that can save this planet. The enemy will strike, they will crush, they will destroy.
The Terminator franchise has always stood as one of the most iconic blends of science fiction and action, exploring humanity's fragile struggle against the rise of machines. For decades, audiences have watched humanity's fate teeter on the edge of extinction, with each new chapter raising the stakes higher than before. Now, in 2026, the next evolution of the saga emerges, promising to redefine the battle between man and machine. Terminator 7 arrives not as a repetition of old battles, but as a complete reinvention, bridging the legacy of the original films with a bold, modern vision that sets the stage for an ultimate showdown. At the center of this colossal return is Arnold Schwarzenegger, reprising his legendary role once again, but in a form both familiar and changed. Alongside him enters John Cena, bringing a new intensity to the story as a soldier forged in the aftermath of decades of conflict. Together, their unlikely alliance forms the heart of a tale about resistance, legacy, and survival. This cast combination alone signals a film determined to deliver not only explosive action, but also emotional depth, reminding audiences why the Terminator name has lasted through generations. The story begins years after the fall of Legion, when humanity thought it had finally escaped the cycle of war. Cities are rebuilding, skies are clearer, and for the first time there is hope. Yet beneath this fragile peace lies a chilling secret. Skynet's final protocol, hidden deep within buried servers, has awakened. Unlike before, this is no longer about domination through armies of machines. This new system has learned patience, deception, and subtle infiltration. It hides not in machines, but within humanity itself, rewriting DNA, blending flesh and steel to create a new breed of hybrid soldiers. Into this nightmare steps John Cena's character, a survivor from a devastated resistance outpost who carries within his blood the key to understanding this new threat. He is a soldier without a home, hardened by years of battle and burdened with the knowledge that humanity's fight is not over. His path collides with Schwarzenegger's iconic Terminator, now older, scarred, and seemingly at the end of his cycle. But rather than being the perfect machine he once was, this Terminator is struggling against his own decaying systems, haunted by memories of every mission, every loss, and every choice that shaped him. Together, these two warriors, one human, one machine, must navigate a future where enemies cannot be easily seen or destroyed. Their journey takes them from shattered cities to underground sanctuaries, from laboratories hiding forbidden technology to battlefields where hybrid soldiers fight with both human cunning and machine precision. Along the way, they discover that this new Skynet successor has one ultimate target: the complete rewriting of humanity itself, erasing the line between man and machine until no resistance can exist. The supporting cast includes younger resistance fighters, scientists who regret their role in creating the technology, and civilians caught in the crossfire. Each of them adds weight to the world, making the stakes deeply personal. The film doesn't shy away from exploring themes of identity, questioning what makes someone human when the very definition of humanity is under attack. These emotional beats ground the action, ensuring that when the explosions come, they are not just spectacle but tied to the heart of the story. Visually, Terminator 7 embraces scale and intensity. Battles unfold with relentless energy, but there is also a haunting beauty to the destroyed landscapes, a sense of awe in the quiet before the storm. New designs for hybrid machines reveal creatures that are part human soldier, part metallic nightmare, their presence blurring the lines of morality as they retain fragments of human memory, even while serving the will of the machines. The special effects highlight not just raw destruction, but also subtle horror, reminding viewers of the fragility of flesh against steel. The emotional center of the film rests in the relationship between Schwarzenegger and Cena. The aging Terminator begins as a weapon without purpose, resigned to obsolescence, Yet through his connection to Cena's soldier, he rediscovers meaning. Cena's character, skeptical of trusting any machine, must learn that not all of them are enemies. Their bond evolves into something more than alliance. It becomes a reflection of humanity's ability to adapt, to forgive, and to fight alongside even those once seen as destroyers. As the plot builds, the threat escalates into a global crisis. Entire cities fall to infiltration as humans are quietly replaced by hybrid soldiers. Resistance networks fracture under paranoia, unsure who to trust. The few survivors turn to Cena and the Terminator, who must risk everything to locate the heart of the system. The climax takes place in a hidden facility beneath a drowned metropolis, where the new Skynet has been constructing something terrifying. A vessel designed not for war but for assimilation, a machine capable of rewriting all of humanity at once. The final battle is brutal and unrelenting, mixing personal sacrifice with massive spectacle. Cena's soldier charges headlong into the core, fighting against hybrid soldiers who were once his own comrades. Schwarzenegger's Terminator, knowing his systems are failing, commits to one last mission, delivering himself into the heart of the machine to stop the process from within. Explosions tear through the facility, and as the two warriors fight back to back, it becomes clear that this is not a fight for survival but for legacy. In the end, Cena emerges battered but alive, carrying the memory of the Terminator's final sacrifice. The machine who was once sent to destroy humanity now gives his existence to save it, cementing the bond between man and machine in a way no battle could. The last image leaves audiences with a haunting question. Even if Skynet is destroyed again, can humanity ever truly escape the shadow of the machines? The war may be over, but the scars remain, and the future is uncertain. The cast brings this epic to life with power and gravitas. Arnold Schwarzenegger delivers one of his most poignant performances as a Terminator, confronting both his mortality and his humanity. John Cena brings raw intensity and emotional grit to the role of the soldier, balancing vulnerability with strength. Together, they form a dynamic pairing that elevates the film beyond simple action into something mythic. Supporting roles bring additional depth, with new faces adding layers of complexity to the world. The release date is set for summer 2026, positioning it as one of the biggest blockbusters of the year. Anticipation is already building, as fans know this entry is not just another sequel, but a potential conclusion to one of the greatest science fiction sagas ever told. With its mix of nostalgia and innovation, it aims to satisfy longtime fans while drawing in new audiences who crave intense action and emotional storytelling. The trailer captures this energy with breathtaking precision. It opens with silence, the sound of waves crashing against ruined skyscrapers submerged in water. A voiceover from Cena's soldier whispers about how humanity thought the war was won. Suddenly, the screen flickers with images of hybrid soldiers moving through shadows, their glowing eyes piercing the darkness. Explosions follow, cities in flames, civilians running, and the chilling reveal of Skynet's final evolution. As the music builds, we see Schwarzenegger step from the shadows, his body scarred, his eyes dim but unbroken. Cena stands beside him, weapons ready, as the two march into the chaos. The trailer intercuts rapid flashes of battles, quiet emotional moments, and shocking betrayals, culminating in a single line delivered by Schwarzenegger. "The future is not written, but we can end it." The screen cuts to black, followed by the metallic clang of the iconic theme, leaving audiences breathless. By the end of the trailer, the message is clear. Terminator 7 is not just another sequel. It is a defining chapter, a collision of legacy and reinvention, where Arnold Schwarzenegger passes the torch in an unforgettable way, and John Cena leads a new generation into the fight for tomorrow. It is spectacle and heart, horror and hope, and above all, it is the ultimate battle between humanity and the machine.